Monday Night Football. Rams are 3-63 at home against the Chiefs. Chiefs, 35 points per game. Rams, 33 points per game. Mahomes, number 1 in touchdown passes, passing yards per game, and 2nd in passer rating. Goff is 3rd in touchdown passes and 5th in yards per game and passer rating. You look at the numbers on defense. The Rams are 19th. Football Outsiders. Kansas City's 26th. Second year in a row, the Chiefs have the worst run defense in the league. Special teams. Football Outsiders. Kansas City number 1. The Rams are 12. We'll see if you get a fake punt out of Hecker in this one tonight. Gurley's going to pass the 1,000-yard mark in this game. We had a prop on Gurley we'll give out in a second. But Kupp is out for the season. That's a big blow. Who steps up? We're going to have to see Woods and Cooks get going as well. Number 1 offense against the number 2 offense. KC, number 1 passing attack. Number 4 rushing attack. Rams, number 3 passing offense. Number 1 rushing attack. You get my point here. That's why the total's so high. And don't tell me, I mean, you sit here and say the total's too high. You can't have a total. These artifacts and relics that are betting these games. You saw what happened in the Rams-Saints game already earlier this year, and when the Chiefs went on the road and took on New England. There could be 85 points scored in this game tonight.
Yeah, you're not going to catch me with an under bet. But when you look at some of the advanced metric stats, it's stunning to see how close these two teams actually are. Yards per play, 4. Kansas City, 6.9. The Rams, 6.9. Yards per play against. Kansas City, 6.0. The Rams, 6.0. Yards per rush. One team's at 4.8. The other team's at 4.9. Yards per rush allowed. Worth noting, you call the Chiefs the worst run defense. We'll talk about that in a minute. KC, 5.1 yards per rush allowed. The Rams, 5.2. Again, numbers that are real close. QB rating, 117 for the Chiefs, 113 for the Rams. Turnovers, net turnovers. KC +7, LA +8. Opposing teams' strength of schedule. Both teams have faced opposing teams. When you take out the wins, 494. Exactly the same strength of schedule. So it's insane how close these stats are. There's one stat, Pauly, that is very different between these two teams. The Chiefs have continued to cover point spreads. 8-2 against the spread. They've lost 2 of their last 3, but they've been a juggernaut. The Rams, they went 3-0 to start the season. Since then, 1-6 against the number. The betting markets finally caught up with KC of late. They've been ahead of the Rams for the better part of the last 2 months.
Yeah, I like the Chiefs. Actually, the defense hasn't been bad. They're 6th in sacks. Can anybody get pressure on the quarterback? If that happens, I think it's Kansas City. Also, Wilson has carved up the Rams twice. And now you got to worry about Mahomes and all the weapons he has. Plus, the Rams have lost Kupp. So, I mean, the one thing here, and this should happen, McVay has got to stick with the run and feed Gurley. He needs 30 carries in this game. Kansas City has all kinds of issues, and what do? You move the ball, and you also keep Kansas City off the field by running Gurley. Feed Gurley a lot. That's how you can move the ball in this one. What's your case in this one as far as making stops? And Christ, you could do what you get so creative here with the props. How many punts? Will there be a punt? Interceptions, all that stuff. They already got the overtime and the safety stuff up too. They're treating this in Vegas like a Super Bowl.
Sure, they're treating it at the NFL offices like the Super Bowl, creating the all-star refereeing crew for this one like they would for a playoff game, which, you worry about some of that stuff a little bit. I want to talk about the two defenses. All the offenses are going to get the hype, and the defenses aren't gonna. The Chiefs' defense is playing a lot better of late. A lot better. D Ford has been an absolute difference maker as a pass rusher for them. And all of a sudden, KC's generating pressure on opposing defenses. And that wasn't the case early in the season. And you look at the Rams, and their defense has been, I'm going to call it a disappointment, especially with how well Aaron Donald has played. The problem in the secondary, Marcus Peters has been lit up.
Stinks.
And he's not the only one that's been lit up in that Rams secondary. But, of course, Peters now facing his former team. So Sammy Watkins on the other side. There's a nice little game within the game. Of course, Watkins and Peters switching teams in the offseason. And if the Rams are going to get the job done and win and cover tonight, they need Marcus Peters to have a big game against his former squad. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.